Welcome to another day of How to ABL. It is Snare season. Today is 9/18/2023, and it is Villain Alien Day. I'll be using a Tier 3 Thanos. Obviously, it is better if you have a Tier 4 Thanos, but you want to rage him up. Pretty easy rotation, 5, 3, 4, 2, 1, and then you're going to throw the 6 until the orb appears. Once that orb gets launched out of your hand, you can go ahead and cancel that into another 5, 3, 4. So let me go ahead and show you that in action. He can cancel today with his 2, so you don't need a striker to cancel with. At a Tier 3 with his Harvester uniform and a rage, he's still the meta character for today, in my opinion. But we'll talk about all that after I show you him in action. So right away, we're going to do a 5, 3, 4. You let your 4 finish. And then you're going to do a 2, 1. He does this little spin and slams his hoe into the ground. And then you do an air 5, 3, 4. All right, he's going to dash away. That's fine. He can still get his combo off. And then for the 6 here, you just wait till he throws that ball of energy, and then you can go ahead and cancel it as soon as you see that ball of energy. Rinse and repeat. Really easy character to use. He's jumping center. I'm not going to wait. I'm going to attack as soon as he's center, 5, 3, 4, and wait until he raises his sword, and then I'm going to pop his 2. The cancel comes right away, so you can kind of delay doing that if you need to. Very easy character to use for today. And you're just going to rinse and repeat. Idealistically, you want to try to proc on the 4 if you can, but you don't need to focus on procking because that proc pretty much comes spot on as long as you stick with the rotation. Alright, 6, 5, 3, 4. I'm going to dash away, but I'm going to still attack. 2 and 1. Alright, get that Oath Force. Here it is. 5, 3, 4. Make sure you pay attention to those purple beams so that you can make sure that you're charging up that Oath Force as quickly as possible and running it as often as possible. Alright, Oath Force is almost gone. Let's get one more attack in. And then we're going to wait for that next orb. Othin's using his might. It's going to land right on top of me. Nice. So I don't have to go hunting that down. One more cancel. Just keep in mind that after you've gotten 2 of the Othin's Might, that it will be time for cancel. So I'm actually going to save my 6 here. Let him jump center first. Pick up that orb with me. As soon as you jump center, I'm going to go ahead and throw that. And then pop this off. And like I said, we can delay this just a hair. We can still get that cancel in. I do want to get some of that damage on that 4 before I cancel it. Technically, I probably could have waited to use the 4 and stand around a little bit. It's kind of up to you. See if your score varies at all. I'm going to pick that orb up first so I don't miss it. There we go. So far, so good. Again, this is only a Tier 3 character. It'll be a lot different once you Tier 4 him. Alright, I'm going to get that last orb really quick before I throw the 6. There we go. Now it's going to bring it on home. 25 seconds left. Let's see how high we can get this score. It's not going to be anything super impressive, but, I mean, you work with what you have. There'll be no more cancels after this, so just straight damage, straight combo. 5 more seconds. We can get one more combo in. Just let the combo play out for the last part of it. So 4.6 mil. Not meta breaking, not super impressive, but we will accept that score. 4694113. So let's talk about the way my account is built and the team I'm using and why, and alternate options for today in case you don't have Harvester Thanos. So I'll show my cards first. Just pointing out, I only have 16% Pierce. If I can get up to 25% Pierce, I'll do a lot more in ABL. For some reason, Pierce seems like it really does play a factor in ABL. Here are my X swords. Again, pause these if you want to see them in detail, but I'm just going to show them in case you want to do a comparison and try to find out why my account is scoring what it's scoring. Here's all the details that you need. All right, where is Thanos? I guess he's this way. There you go. So you want the Wise Harvester uniform, and then basically with the uniform, I've got it Mythic. Here are the options. His other uniform is more focused on PvP. This uniform here is more focused on PvE. So if you're using this uniform, I would not put him on any PvP teams. So he has a Rage, just a nice basic one. It's rolled up to a 0.9%. He has his custom artifact, which, I mean, it increases his instinct damage and stuff. But I don't really see a big difference with instinct unless you are Tier 4. So I don't think it's really helping that much, honestly. I've got an overdrive. Any of the attack sets are fine. Overdrive, Power of the Angry Hulk, or Hawkeyes, as long as you have them at 6 red stars. You get the most out of the ISO 8 set. You're still getting that proc in there. Now, the other abilities that the ISO 8 sets give, I usually go with whatever I can roll first, but if you wanted to, you could look at the way your character is built and see what your account needs for each of the characters when picking an ISO 8 set. I've got his gear ranked up pretty high, just didn't keep going. I have him at level 80, which I think works pretty decently. I still mostly have him with the PvP build, so you have a lot of hit points on him. I haven't really messed with that too much. Everything is amplified. All the Oath and Blessings are hit point 1, so we can definitely have a much better build for PvE if I want to score more. Here is his details page. As you can see, I've got some of the main key ones capped. Attack speed and movement speed could also be capped eventually, but not really that super critical. Now let's talk about the team I have, why I have them, and alternate options you might consider for today. Alright, so Arena, Alliance Battle, Legendary. So he has a self-leadership. He's giving himself 50% basic attacks, and then he also has the debuff, which is great for PvP, but not for PvE. The defense is not too bad to have either, but basically it's the 50% all basic attacks is why we're using him for a self-lead. With Enchantress, you absolutely need her War of Realms uniform. If you go to her uniform, you go to the uniform options, you'll see that she gives super villains, which would include Thanos, 20% all basic attack, and increased damage dealt by 40%. So great uniform. Without the uniform, she is worthless to put on the team. Proxima Midnight also has uniform buffs going on. I don't think she has normal passives. She does not. Both of her normal passives are for herself. But her Dark Obsidian armor will give the following uniform effect. Super villains, 35% damage dealt to supervillain characters. So Searcher would be a supervillain, so it's only 35%, not 40. So you're getting the damage dealt passive on both of those uniforms. Make sure you have those if you're going to use this team up. Alternate options for today. If you don't have Thanos' Wise Harvester, honestly, Loki does a fantastic job. My previous team until I got, actually here I had this team set up here, 60% energy increase for Loki. Thanos is a physical character, so you don't want to use the leadership. So you see physical right here. You don't want to use this leadership with Hela. A lot of people are saying with the 2 damage dealt, it's better off anyway. So even if you're using Loki, you might consider a team up like this instead, just to get the 2 damage dealt bonuses going on there. But this is a great setup with Loki. With his present Loki's okay. The TVA suit seems to be a little bit better. He does have a rage. I used to use him for today with his Mighty Rage. Thanos does better with the Wise Harvester, so I'm using Thanos now instead. So yeah, Thanos number 1, Loki number 2. Malekith, War of Realms does okay. Nothing super impressive, but those would probably be the only 3 I would consider using. Supergiant back in the day was pretty good, but the other characters are doing much better than her, and Null has fallen off so much people don't even talk about Null anymore. But if you absolutely had to, you could use Null. He does have a self-lead. You could use Supergiant. She does pretty decent as well. So those are your options. Thanos number 1. Thanks for watching. May your ABL scores be as high as possible, and I'll catch you in the next one.